We imagine that acting is a very enjoyable job, but it's also undoubtedly quite a tough and demanding one, and all acting roles require hard work and put a lot of pressure on the person playing them. Therefore, as standard, most actors only take on one role in any given movie. Every now and then, however, talent will be drafted in and asked to undertake the rare task of playing more than one role in a movie. Sometimes it's obvious, such as when an actor is playing twins like Armie Hammer did in The Social Network, but it isn't always. Actors will often play one prominent role while also playing a more discreet and secret role, and that's what this video is all about. Here are 10 actors who secretly played more than one role in a movie.
Oh yeah.
Alain Chanoine in Suicide Squad. 2016 Suicide Squad saw the titular team going up against two major supernatural villains, Cara Delevingne's Enchantress and her brother Incubus, played by Alain Chanoine. Incubus wasn't the only character Chanoine played, however, as he also had a much less prominent and more anonymous generic role. Credited as businessman, he's one of the Joker's gun-wielding henchmen, the guys wearing the crazy costumes. In Chanoine's case, he's wearing a giant eyeball head that you probably first saw in the early trailers for the movie, and who did the Joker's bidding for him. Hugh Grant in Cloud Atlas. Cloud Atlas was originally a very complex novel by David Mitchell, so the 2012 movie based on it was always going to be just as complex. The movie takes place across multiple worlds and time streams, and as a result, the directors the Wachowskis cast the same actors in roles across all those different times and places. Hugh Grant was one of the most prominent of those actors. The Brit had a total of 5 roles in the film, ranging from an 1840s missionary to a 21st century millionaire and a 24th century Hawaiian tribal ruler. As Kona Chief, the aforementioned tribal ruler, Grant was completely unrecognizable. You'd really never be able to tell that it was him unless you were told. Warwick Davis in the Harry Potter movies. Warwick Davis is something of a science fiction and fantasy icon, having appeared in the Star Wars franchise as Wicket in Return of the Jedi, Weasel and Wald in The Phantom Menace, and Walavan in The Force Awakens, and as the titular character in Willow. He's also appeared in 7 out of the 8 Harry Potter movies. Davis plays Professor Phileas Flitwick, Hogwarts' Professor of Charms and the head of Ravenclaw House. But he's also played a couple of other characters under heavier prosthetics in the franchise, including the Goblin Bank Teller at Gringotts Wizarding Bank and Griffhook, an extremely grumpy employee in the same establishment. Chris Martin in Shaun of the Dead. Chris Martin isn't actually an actor, that goes without saying, but the lead singer of Coldplay did have a small acting role in Edgar Wright's 2004 cult classic, Shaun of the Dead. He appeared in the movie's epilogue on Shaun's television as a member of a Help the Zombies charity called Zombaid. However, just a few moments earlier, Martin actually appeared as a zombie in the final attack sequence when Shaun and Liz emerge from the Winchester. Martin can easily be seen lumbering around in the background. On another note, Martin also sings on the movie's soundtrack, performing a cover of Everybody's Happy Nowadays alongside Ash. Ray Winstone in Beowulf. The cast members of 2007's Beowulf were filmed on a motion capture stage. They were altered on screen using computer-generated imagery, but their animated counterparts generally bear much resemblance to themselves, much like how the Polar Express was filmed, for reference if you haven't seen Beowulf. Ray Winstone portrayed the titular character, and it was easy to tell, but he also portrayed 2 other characters in the movie, those being a dwarf performer and the Dragon, also known as the Golden Man, who was the movie's secondary antagonist. Keven Peter Hall in Predator. The late Keven Peter Hall was possibly the most famous actor of the 1980s that you wouldn't have recognized in public. He played a number of characters under thick makeup, prosthetics, and costumes, including the likes of Harry in 1987's Harry and the Hendersons, as well as the titular Predator in the classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that same year.
You're one ugly mother.
It will undoubtedly come as a surprise to you, therefore, to realize that the helicopter pilot who picks Schwarzenegger's character Dutch up at the end of Predator was also portrayed by Keven Peter Hall.
In case of emergency, the exits are here, anywhere!
Robin Williams in Aladdin. The late great legendary actor and comedian Robin Williams famously played the genie in 1992's Aladdin movie.
Are you looking at me? Did you rub my lamp? Did you wake me up?
He did so in such amazing fashion that it started a conversation about the need for a voiceover category at the Oscars. But he also played another character in the movie. At the start of Aladdin, a mysterious peddler addresses the viewers directly, attempting to sell things to them, including a genie's lamp.
A young man who liked this lamp was more than what he seemed.
And this character is also voiced by Williams. It was a long-held fan theory, however, that the peddler was actually the genie in disguise, given that the movie ends with the same peddler transforming into the genie, and the directors of Aladdin confirmed this to be the case in 2015. Lou Ferrigno in The Incredible Hulk. After having previously played the Incredible Hulk in the character's television series in the 1970s and 80s, Lou Ferrigno went on to cameo in both the 2003 and 2008 solo movies based on the character. He played a security guard in both movies, but he also voiced another character in the 2008 version. That character was none other than the Hulk himself. As well as playing a security guard who Edward Norton's Bruce Banner bribed with pizza, he also provided the vocal performance for Banner's big green alter ego, although he did only have 3 lines, one of which, of course, was the classic Hulk Smash! Andy Serkis in King Kong. Andy Serkis is a brilliantly talented actor who can play both live-action roles and motion capture roles with equal adeptness. 2005's King Kong saw him playing a role in which he was easily recognizable. He was Lumpy, the SS Venture's cook, barber, and surgeon, but he also played a less obvious role. Serkis provided the motion capture for the mighty Kong himself. He got the 25-foot gorilla's movements down to a T, resulting in the movie winning the Best Visual Effects Academy Award. And Entertainment Weekly calling his depiction the most convincing computer-generated character in film in 2005. Benedict Cumberbatch in Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch was the star of the recently released Marvel Studios blockbuster Doctor Strange. He played the titular character, a neurosurgeon who became a powerful heroic sorcerer, and he did so brilliantly. But Strange wasn't the only character Cumberbatch portrayed. The British star also provided motion capture for the massively powerful extra-dimensional entity known as Dormammu, while also having his speech blended with another actor's to give the villain a voice. Dormammu appeared as a giant face in his dark dimension, where Doctor Strange trapped him in a time loop using the Eye of Agamotto to defeat him. Thanks for watching our video about 10 actors who secretly played more than one role in a movie. Did you enjoy this video? Do you know of any other actors who have done that? Have your say in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one.